Welcome to ThawBall. It's Saturday on ThawBall, and you know what that means. We're recapping 12 consecutive hours of college football. Let's go! We start with the biggest story in college sports. Coach Prime's Colorado Buffs, and they got into it in the pregame against in-state rival Colorado State. The eyes of the college football world on Colorado, but Shedeur Sanders picked early. What a play!
The ball back to the 22. They ruled it a sack. Picked off. Real estate ahead. Shiloh Sanders showing him his shoe bottoms. Stunting like his daddy. Touchdown.
And it was Coach Prime's other son saving Shiloh Sanders with the 80-yard pick six to put the Buffs up early.
Sanders gets rid of it quickly. That's Hunter. Oh man, he took some ankles out of the 45, put it on the ground. It's loose and it's coming back the other way. Carves the third, strolls into the end zone.
Travis Hunter, who's been so good early, puts one on the turf. Colorado State returns it, scoop and score, and the Rams came to play. 14-7. 14-14, second quarter. Braden Fowler Nicolosi finds Lewis Brown, the fourth for the touchdown. Colorado State goes up 21-14, and Lewis Brown hitting him with the primetime shuffle. You gotta love it. And Colorado State was all in as they find Dolan Holker. He goes low for the catch, runs it in for the score on third down, and the Rams are up 28-17.
If you're Colorado, Sanders downfield, got him in. Horn, atonement.
Shedeur Sanders drives the Buffs 98 yards. They get the two-point conversion. It's tied, and the 92nd edition of the Rocky Mountain Showdown going to overtime. In the second overtime, Sanders finds Michael Harrison for his second touchdown in the OT period alone. The Buffs D gets to stop, and Colorado wins. One of the best traditions in college sports, Boston College's annual Red Bandana Game, honoring September 11th hero Wells Crowther. And you know one thing? Don't bet against BC in the Red Bandana Game. First possession, BC taking it right to the Seminoles. Thomas Castellanos finds his secret agent, Lewis Bond, 32-yard touchdown.
Travis in the game at quarterback, and he'll throw it. Jaheim Bell comes free, breaks a tackle at the 15, another tackle, dives for the end zone.
Sound the alarm. Jaheim Bell is a man among boys, breaking tackles, spinning out of them, takes it down to the 1, and Florida State punches it in to go up 31-10. But you never, ever count out BC in the Red Bandana Game. Do it for Wells.
Florida State trying to go to 3-0 and take its number 3 ranking to Death Valley to play Clemson noon ABC next week. Dump off pass to Ophelia out space. Over the ball. It's loose. It's picked up at the 8 and into the end zone for the touchdown.
Scoop and score. They're not done yet. Do it for Wells. BC gets the ball back. Castellanos back to throw. He finds, good grief, Ryan O'Keefe, and the Eagles are marching. Castellanos make him miss. He scores a touchdown. He has over 400 total yards on the day, 2 touchdowns, but he would get sacked on a crucial third down, and Florida State barely hangs on, 31-29. Border battle, Kansas State, Mizzou, tip drill, Phillip Brooks finds it, touchdown, K-State.
Coach said Weiss is an extraordinary leader. The transfer from Oklahoma has helped in a leadership standpoint, a big deal. Now Cook's going to throw the deep ball, and Burton past the defense. Touchdown, Luther Burton, 47 yards.
Ain't no burden when you got Luther Burton III, the true sophomore, blossoming into a star for Missouri. Tie game. In a 17-17 game later, Will Howard getting his Tim Tebow on with the jump pass. Yes, you are. Ben Sinnott, 24-17 Wildcats.
And now the big run.
Cook pumps, throws, Burden in space. That's where you want him to get the football, and he takes it to the house.
Ain't no Burden when you got Luther Burden III. His second TD of the day puts Mizzou back on top, but Kansas State would tie it with a field goal, setting the stage for Harrison Mevis' 61-yard attempt.
Is Brooks. Mevis kick on the way. It's good!
Mevis is Hevis as Mizzou walks it off from 61 to win over Kansas State. Our next segment, powerhouses struggling.
Rattler pumps one way, goes back the other way. And inside the 10, inside the 5, and in the end zone is Juice Wells for the touchdown.
The Gamecocks giving the defending champs all they can handle early. First, Juice Wells Jr. with all the juice on the opening drive touchdown. And then DeCarrion Joyner from 2 yards out. Cox up 14-3 at half. But the second half, all dogs. Sound the alarm. Dylan Bell to give Georgia the lead. And then Gamecocks have the juice, but Georgia's got the cash, baby. Cash Jones from 13 yards out. Georgia outscores South Carolina 21-0 in the second half. Alabama lost last week, and they struggled some more.
Up the middle. Pops his way for a first down and more.
But this isn't Texas. This is South Florida bringing it to the Tide. 3-3 at halftime. Alabama bench quarterback Jalen Milroe, but the combination of Ty Simpson and Tyler Buchner was way worse. Alabama wins 17-13, but things are not good in Tuscaloosa right now. So if Alabama isn't good, that takes some of the shine off Texas's win last week, and this is the only angle I could find. Harrison Whaley of Wyoming, 62 yards to pay dirt, and Wyoming is into Austin with the lead.
Solid carries, quick toss, and Xavier Worthy. Worthy is still up. The Burners, the sideline. He's tough. He's fast. He's Xavier Worthy.
This was a 10-10 game into the fourth quarter, and then Texas fans saying, "We're not worthy. We're not worthy." Xavier Worthy, 44-yard touchdown. Then Jonathan Brooks, 61 yards for another score. And finally, Jaron Thompson, pick six as the Longhorns win 31-10.
In the second half, Etienne picks his way, follows his block, and Burr's still going. Etienne in a foot race, and he'll win it. Touchdown, Gators.
Tennessee traveled to the swamp, and after the Vols went up 7-0 early, it was all Gators. Trevor Etienne, brother of Travis, 62-yard house call, and then Bazooka Joe Milton was throwing up prayers.
Milton under pressure, hit as he throws, just lofts it up, and it's an interception.
Milton struggled all night. Meanwhile, Graham Mertz finds Montrell Johnson for the 18-yard TD, and Billy Napier and the Gators pick up a big win, 29-16. This is the end of Jim Harbaugh's 3-game suspension, and Michigan looking like they need their coach back, playing extremely sloppy. J.J. McCarthy with the red zone interception. They would fumble a kickoff return, and then McCarthy with his second interception later.
4 passes the ball. Open! Wilson, touchdown Michigan!
But late in the first half, McCarthy would find heir of the empire, Roman Wilson, his 6th touchdown on the young season. Michigan would open it up in the second half, and they win 31-6.
Jeremiah Love checks into the game at running back. Hartman looking deep once more and has his receiver in Tobias Merriweather perfectly in stride. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame opening the scoring early. Sam Hartman bringing the rain. Tobias Merriweather, 75 yards. 75 yards? How about one more? 76. Hartman, Chris Tyree, touchdown Fighting Irish but the Irish would struggle to put away the Chippewas 21-7 at halftime, but they would pull away in the second half 41-17 as Hartman goes for 330 and 3 tutties. South Alabama went into Stillwater and they were calling the upset. Carter Bradley finds Colin Lacey 39 yards, 10-0 Jaguars.
Snap it at 1. Bradley throws long again. Lacey behind the defense. He's got him. Touchdown, South Alabama.
Calling the upset is an understatement. Colin Lacey with his second tutty, and then it was LaDamian Webb, 65 yards. South Alabama dominates 33-7. Michigan State football down something horrendous right now. A week after firing their coach for a sexual harassment case, Michael Penix Jr. was lighting him up all over the yard. Penix went nuclear in the first half, but he also had some help. Look at this luck to Jalen Polk on the tip drill. He scores some 30 yards out. Penix goes for 375, 4 touchdowns in the first half, en route to 35-0 at halftime. In their last year of existence, say it with me, the pack is back. DJ Uiagalelei had a game. He finds Anthony Gould on the screen, and the wide receiver does the rest. 75 yards. Beavs beat San Diego State 26-9.
Satania from his own 13. Satania finds a hole. Satania's loose. Satania down the sideline. Pig Sue-wee, another Arkansas touchdown.
Arkansas BYU played maybe the game of the day. Down 14-0. Cougs with some trickery. Keaton Slovis, wide receiver pass to Parker Kingston to Deion Smith. 37-yard touchdown.
Martin, the freshman, up the middle. Martin's got a first down. Martin's loose. That Cougar's gonna dive for the end zone.
It's 14-14. We're still in the first quarter. Arkansas would go up 31-21, but BYU's in the Big 12 now, and they're showing they belong in Power 5 conference football. They go into the toolbox. Max Tooley with the pick, and then Keaton Slovis from USC finds Yaman Parker Kingston for the touchdown. We're tied.
Slovis rolling, throwing back, corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Chase Roberts.
How in the world did he catch that?
How in the world indeed. Chase Roberts, one hand, robbing Arkansas of the game. Oh my God. BYU wins 38-31 in Arkansas. It hasn't been against the best competition, but Dylan Gabriel is lighting it up in Norman, Oklahoma this year. First play of the game, he throws that bomb. Then Gabriel finds Jaleel Farouk for the 34-yard touchdown, and this offense was humming all day. Gabriel threw for 420 yards and 6 touchdowns, and Boomer Sooner. Oklahoma wins 66-17. Ohio State also lit up the scoreboard as Kyle McCord starts to look more comfortable, but it helps when you have Marvin Harrison Jr. He's laughably open for the 75-yard touchdown, and the Buckeyes roll 63-10.
2nd and 11. Jackson with a stiff arm into the outside and then bowls over Isaac Smith.
LSU dominated Miss State, and it was punctuated by the freshman Caleb Jackson running like a man possessed as LSU wins 41-14. What a day of ThawBall. We'll see you tomorrow for NFL action.